Hi, hello everybody. This is another session of Dream Dare Do. We're here again to discuss dream, to discuss dare, and to discuss do. But this time around, we're going to do it by specifically focusing on how. So we have myself, we have Mrs. Esther Onosonya, we have Mr. Ahmed Afolabi. We, the three of us, are going to discuss dream, dare, do, focusing on how to dream, how to dare, and how to do. So we welcome you to today's session, and we hope you learn one or two things from this session. Thank you. So our first speaker is Mrs. Esther Onosonya. She is an inspiring educator. She's a leader. She's a mother. She has a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics from Obafemi Awolowo University. She has a master's degree specializing in numerical analysis and financial mathematics from University of Ibadan. She has a PGD, postgraduate diploma from the University of Lagos, and she is currently pursuing a PhD in mathematics education at the University of Pretoria, South Africa. Her passion for education started in 2005. Esther is passionate about shaping young minds and helping learners discover themselves. Beyond the classroom, she's also on the board of governors of True Light Schools, where she contributes to educational development and school leadership. She is also a devoted mother whose life reflects excellence, discipline, and compassion. And may I be permitted to say she's a very good friend also. So we welcome our speaker, Mrs. Esther Onosanya.
Thank you very much, Ibuku. I'm very delighted. Um, good, good evening from my side. I think afternoon, wherever you are, any place, good day. So I'm Esther, and like the topic says, dream, here to do. So I will say this is not a new topic or a talk. It's something that is most I'm sure most people have you've learned about it. You had different topics on it. I want to try to share my slide. Um, sorry for that. Mm, mm. So talking on dream. Um, I'm sure everyone have dreams. Like there's nobody like when every child, everyone has a purpose. So I would say a dream is like a purpose. Everyone has a purpose in life. You are not just created for anything. You don't just come to this life for anything. The only thing is that how do you um identify your dream first before you say you are building your dream or your career or whatever is your purpose. You have to identify the dream. Your dream can be positive. Some people identify it and say, oh, it's positive, negative. So the first thing is identify that dream. So how are you going to think? Okay. I hope you can see my screen. Hello.
You can see. I can see.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yes. Thank you. I just want to be sure. So like our topic say, dreams aspiring to achieve great dreams. So we all have different dreams. That is it. That's the first thing. We all have different dreams. One thing about achieving our dream, I see that it's not just these are the steps of how I can achieve my dream, this and that. Number one thing is identifying that dream. Are you sure of what you want to do? That's why we see many people, okay, today I want to go into entrepreneur, tomorrow I want to go into academics, next tomorrow I want to do this, I want to do that, or oh okay, and there's confusion. When I was preparing for this talk, I was like, this is something that is is conversant with everyone. Like, most you can even write say the steps of, but the main issue there I see is that if you are sure of what you want to do, this is what I want to do. I think you achieving it will be easy. If you are very sure that okay, my dream is that I want to go into fashion, and you are very sure of it, you are 100% sure, you see that you will be able to work towards it. You getting it will be easy. You don't even need any motivation or anything to be able to achieve that great, to the peak of that your career. But when you don't know, you are not sure of your dream, you don't know, like you are not like you are from here to there, there's no how, you're always likely there's going to be confusion and you won't be able to achieve that dream. That is the main thing. Then I see that our dream is a vision of our future that inspires us, that drives you forward and remind you that you are created for something greater. Like I said, we are all created for something greater. In Yoruba land, though it's not, people don't do that now. When a child is born, the child is taken to Ifa or whatever. And say, oh, please, can you help us check the future of this child? What will this child become? Why are they so that to be able to help the child to be able to what achieve that dream and guide that child to what that child will become. So why do I have a dream for direction? Because you can't just come to this life and say, oh, you are just living your life without no bearing. For identity, you say, oh, this man is an educationist, is a researcher, is an entrepreneur. Okay, he developed this, you have an identity. Or if it's in the negative side, oh, this person is a kidnapper, an armed robber, is when someone doesn't have an identity, that doesn't have a direction, a dream, then nobody will be able to pinpoint, oh, this person is a pastor or what. No. So we need to have an identity. We need to have a dream. When you have a dream, you have a direction. You know what you are doing in life. You know, just nobody will just come and tell you anyhow. But you're sure of yourself. You have an identity. You'll be motivated and you have impact. Then your dream have impact into society, has impact on people. Like, oh, Like people that have developed medicines for medication for some illness, or people that our laptop, our phones, they had that dreams, and and those dreams came to pass, and it has an impact to us in the society. So when your dream is not defined, you cannot grow. That is it. When you don't have a defined dream, there's no how you grow, because when you start this and you say, how I love to go into carpentry, you start it, midway you say, since I don't like it, you can't grow. Tomorrow again you say, I think I want to go into this aspect of my career. Okay, I'm in English. Tomorrow you say, no, I don't want to do English, I want to do another this thing. There is no how, you can't grow. But if you can define your dream, you know what you want to do, you start from the basic. There's no how. Little by little, you grow, and you become master, and you become well known in the field. Like I tell students or people, young people around me or anyone, I said, you don't need to copy somebody. If you know that, this work, this is what I dream of, if it looks like, what type of manual job is this? There's no job that is manual. Oh, I want to go into fashion, I want to go into something that is not, everybody is not doctor, lawyer, engineer, or well renowned this thing, but this little thing, that this is my passion, this is what I love to do. Try and know every skills that is needed to the highest level, to the peak. There is no, even if you say, I want to go into fashion, there are schools, there are well-known schools that you go, and you'll be well recognized, and you'll be anywhere, and you'll be know, this person is into this field, is into that field. So let us try to define our dream. How do I define my dream? Ask yourself the right question. What is easy? What is that thing that is easy for me to do? What is that thing that I love to do? What excites me? Identify what excites you and strengthens you. Like, what is that thing that excites you? That I don't need to struggle to do. Some people copy others. Like, okay, I'm going to do this dream because of my friend is doing it. I'm going to do this dream because I'm ashamed. If I say this is what I want to do, how am I going to say it out that this is what I want to do? You are scared, you are ashamed. No, whatever you are doing, it like the Bible says, I'm a Christian, I say whatever your hand findeth to do it well. Whether your vision is, your dream is big or it's small, whatever it is, whatever you that excites you, that you think is easy for you to do, you don't have to struggle. If that is what you want, do it. Visualize your vision. Like, this is what I want to do. I remember before I got into the university, I was like, what do I want to become? Everybody was saying, I want to do pharmacy, I want to do medicine, I want to do engineer, I want to do this. I was like, what do I want to do? And I said, I want to study mathematics. I remember then you said, are you sure? I said, yes, I want to study mathematics. Oh, are you sure? I want to study mathematics. I had dreamt it. And what? It came, I studied mathematics in my undergraduate. That is, I had my BSc, MSc. Now I'm doing my PhD. So we should visualize your vision. When you visualize your vision, it will come to pass. You'll be able to visualize, okay, this is where I'm getting to. This is where I'm going to. Connect it to purpose. Connect, why are you doing that? Why are you picking this dream? Connect it to purpose. Test it in small steps. Then write it clearly. Be sure of what you want to do. Then, what are the pathways to achieve your dream? Believe in yourself. That is one thing. Nobody can believe in you. The reason why people don't do well in their dream or say, this dream is because number one, you don't believe in yourself. Maybe it's your mom that says, do this, and you can be a nurse, or you can or your friends. the circle of friends you have, you are like, oh, this is my circle of friends, this is what they are doing. And you yourself, you are not good in that area, or that is not what you dream of in your business, in whatever area, maybe your business or whatever area. Believe in yourself that okay, this business I'm doing, this is I want to take my business to. This is the point I want to take. Oh, I want to try this method. The first thing is what? Believe in yourself. Write down the dream. When you write it down, like you say, write down the vision. When you write it down, you are looking at it, you are speaking it out, speaking it into existence. Then start now. That is it. Because that is one thing that hinders us from um achieving our dream is procrastination. When you say, oh, tomorrow, 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 start now. Then start small, grow it big. You don't need to have everything to start. No matter how small it is, start now with the little you have. Grow it big, learn skills, do programs needed to break your dreams. Yes. Learn, okay, I want to go into AI, I want to go into whatever you are going to, no matter how little is it, learn the skills, more than one skills, not just, oh, I've learned one. No, you learn more. You learn more. That is how you can be a master in whatever you want to do. Have a mentor or someone that you can be accountable to. When you have someone that you can be accountable to, they'll say, oh, how far have you in what you are pursuing, or maybe what you are fighting for, what you are dreaming of. Learn from past failure within and around. Learn from your own failure, learn from other people's failure, learn from failures. Failure does not mean that it is over. No, failure does not mean that it's over. The people that invented many things that we are having around today, there is many words failure. When you have failure, when you fail in something, it's telling you that these are another way not to do it. For example, so that is how you can, when someone say, oh, I'm a consultant in social area, the person be able to tell you, it's not that just that the person just know only the good side of that part. The person can also tell you that okay, there's also the bad side. Don't pass this area because I've gone through this area. I've done that and I can see these are the errors or the where you can fail. These are the good parts. They embrace hard work. We should embrace hard work. Don't be lazy. Don't be distracted. You embrace hard work. Then there are challenges people face in visualizing their dreams. We have peer pressure, fear. You can see fear is number one because I won't I won't lie to you. Fear, I kept fear number one because that is what hinders many people from achieving their dream. Yeah. How can I do it? When there's setback, when there's many things, can I? Can I? Is it possible? Fear. Conquer that fear. Okay, something happened to me. I was trying to decide in picking a particular um taking a particular decision. I went for the lesser one. Then later I realized that because I was like, I don't want to do this because it's looking hard, it's looking difficult. I don't think maybe I would like doing it. I want to do something simpler. Then I went for something simpler. Then in the doing the something simpler, I saw that I don't feel fulfilled in doing that. So and what is fear that brought about that? So try and conquer fear. If it's about speaking into existence that this I'll be able to do it. I can believe in your God and everything. Peer pressure challenges. Some people are carried away with peer pressure that I want to follow my friends or colleague or whatever. Lack of support is there. Doubt and low self-esteem is there. Like, can I do this something big in my field, in whatever? Okay, I'm in, like me, I'm in mathematics. Oh, let me go for something. Is this area, can I excel in this area? Remove doubt. If you are sure of this is what I want to do, that's why I said it first, that be sure of what you want to do. When you are sure, remove that doubt, remove the lowest. Don't look at your age. Don't say, oh, I'm 40, I'm 45. Can I just start in this area? No, you can start. Procrastination, your belief. Some people believe superstition, then laziness. You should remove laziness. And social media, I kept social media last because I think nowadays people are carried away with, oh, okay, on the phone, what is going on, this and that. So we need to, those are challenges, and I think you can overcome those challenges. So one thing I want you to know is that your dreams are valid. Don't let anyone belittle it. Your age does not limit your future. You don't need to dream small, dream it big. Give it what it takes. Then trust in God. We have people, different type of people that had different dreams. Like, oh, I'm in South Africa. Like, number one person I always say is Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela dreamt of a South Africa free from what? Appetite. It's like he stayed in the prison for 27 years, many things. But what? He was able to what? Achieve that dream. He fought for it. So whatever type of dream you have, fight for it. Give it what it takes. Don't give up. I've learned to give, to what? Allow time. Be patient. Sometimes some of us want to be in it, or this, I want to get this on time. I want it to be done now. Or, oh, these challenges is there. No. No. Whatever challenge it, if it's coming quick, do it. If you say that, oh, I need to pause, but don't give up. Just pause, give it time, be patient, but take a step at a time. Don't stop. That's what I'll tell you. You might reduce your speed. At another time, you will increase your speed. But what? Don't give up. And I can't wait to see you achieving your dreams, because I know it is possible to achieve it. So thank you very much.
Wow, that was like a mind-blowing presentation on dream. Your dream is valid. It may take time. Your dream is valid. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter the circumstance. Focus. Avoid distractions. Thank you, Mrs. Esther. We appreciate you coming to tell us about the dream and sharing your own experience with us.
Thank
So,
you very much.
yeah, thank you so much for coming. I think right about now we are going to discuss DEAR, and later come back to answer some questions that we are already receiving. So, DEAR requires driving ambition, resilience, and excellence. And the essence of doing this is to empower students and professionals to step beyond comfort. My name is Ibukun Ogunjimi. I am currently a teaching assistant at Drexel University. And I am also a teacher and sometimes get the opportunity to direct the affairs of a multipurpose society. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to dare, and expect that you will then implement some of these things on your own. Why does dare matter? In a world of rapid change, growth depends on courage. Growth depends on us trying to go beyond our comfort zone. As students, we face academic pressure, uncertainty, and self-doubt. As professionals, we encounter burnout, routine, and resistance to change. And now, what if you're a student and you're also a professional? All these things combined. Daring helps us to challenge our limits and ignite purposeful action. And that is why dare matters. How do we dare? The first thing is we need to decide. Like Mrs. Onosoya mentioned also while dreaming, you have to decide, what do you want to do? Decide, make that decision. So to dare, you need to identify what scares you, what challenges you. Decide that thing, and then ask yourself, what am I avoiding because it feels risky? Act, take the first step, even if it's small, because courage grows from motion, not waiting. For instance, I used to be a very shy person who could not even come up to speak in front of maybe 2 or more than 3 people. But I had to take the first step. As small as it was, I started learning how to recite memory verse in front of a lot of people. It came little by little in front of actually like a small group, like a family group. I would learn how to recite it in front of everybody, and then later maybe at the gathering, then learn to recite it, and then taking those small steps helped to build courage. You have to also reflect. Review what worked and what didn't. Because failure is only feedback when you reflect intentionally. When you think about it, like, what have I done that I should have done better? What should I have done better? What should I have done differently? That is reflecting, and that's required while you dare. You have to reflect, think about it. What should I have done differently? Or what should I not have done at all? Or what should I have done? Those are the things that we need to think about while daring. You also have to evolve, adjust, learn, and grow stronger. Turn every daring act into a skill, into a habit, or a lesson. Because whatever we do, one way or the other, each time we do it, we are consciously or subconsciously creating a habit. So daring actually requires courage, action, and evolution. So it's a continuous process. It's a continuous process. It requires courage, it requires action, it requires evolution. So dare, D-A-R-E, decide for D, A, acts, R, reflects, E, evolve. Those are the principles required for daring. And like I mentioned, the process of daring is continuous, from courage to action to evolution. To dare is to lose one's footing momentarily. To not dare is to lose oneself. This is a quote from someone, that when you dare, you lose your footing momentarily. Just imagine somebody trying to jump. They're trying to jump from one point to another. You lose your footing while you try to jump. but it's just for some time. But when you do not dare at all, you lose your footing totally. Like when you do not dare at all, it's like you're losing yourself. So dare to start, even when you are scared. Dare to fail, because failure, like I mentioned, is feedback. Dare to grow through discipline and reflection. Dare to inspire by leading with authenticity. And that would require saying, oh, I failed, and I need to work more on this aspect or this other aspect. I need help, and I will ask for help. And then work on the areas that has been identified for me that I need to work on. Choose your dare. Dare to be happy or make others happy. Dare to listen and communicate. Dare to help and ask for help. Dare to be peaceful. Dare to try again or dare to let go. Dare to encourage others and be encouraged. Dare to love yourself and others. Dare to mentor and be mentored. Dare to have good hobbies. Dare to exercise. Dare to be kind. Dare to accept others. So remember, the 4 things on how to dare is decide, act, reflect, and evolve. What scares or challenge you? What do you think that is that risky thing you need to do? Decide. Then act. Do something about it. No matter how small that thing is, do something about it. Then review. Look back. What worked? What didn't work? That's reflecting. Evolve. Evolve. Move from one point to another. You cannot continue to remain static or stagnant. Evolve. That is one of the steps in daring. Evolve. Adjust. Learn. Grow stronger. Turn it into a skill. Turn it into a habit or a lesson that you learn from the circumstance. So, what is one good thing you would like to dare? Write it down. How would you dare? How would you decide, act, reflect, and evolve? Thank you. I hope from these few insights on daring, we're able to pick up something. And I really, really want to encourage you to try this activity. What is one good thing you would like to do? Write it down. Mrs. Onosoya also mentioned about when you want to dream, you need to write it down. Writing things down helps. It helps you gain clarity. It helps you know, okay, these are the things you need to do. But sometimes when it's just in your head, it feels like it's just like a clog. It's just clustered together. But when you write it down, you get to see those things and be able to know, okay, these are the things I need to do. And if possible, even have a checkbox to say, yes, I've done this one, I've dared this, and like that. So how would you dare? Remember, decide, act, reflect, and evolve. And it's a process, a continuous process, which requires courage, action, and evolution. Thank you. Oh, I was about to say to myself, oh, thank you Ibukun, for telling us about daring. Anyways, I thank myself and I thank all of you for listening to me tell us about daring. So it's time to do. We've learned how to dream, we've learned how to dare. Now we're going to invite Mr. Folabi Ahmed to the stage to tell us about doing. Mr. Folabi is an educationist and a teacher with the Federal Capital Territory Universal Basic Education Board, and is a former educational multimedia content developer for also the Universal Basic Education Commission and the FCT Education Secretariat. He's also a school site administrator and an FCT school census officer. He does many good things, and we're going to invite him to tell us about how he does those good things. So, Mr. Falabi, it's up to you. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon from here, and I do want to appreciate everyone for staying active. Also, I want to thank the previous speakers from Dream There before I take it to do, and I also want to thank you for this initiative. I hope it goes further than expected. Uh, because of our time, I will quickly go to my own presentation, which is do and how to do. So I remember I was having a conversation with somebody last year. Sorry. And the person was saying, sorry, please. The person was saying he thought by now we'll be in one village in Kogi State. Thank you. That he thought I'm going to be in one village in Kogi State after our secondary school because I look like somebody that doesn't have a dream, or she felt probably, I know people were talking of what they want to become, and I was always looking. I don't talk because I don't even know how to figure out. I had a dream, at least in my SS1, I had a dream, and that has really helped me a lot. Yeah, my own topic is actually how to do. If you look at it very well, if you look at it very well, do is just that thing that fuels your dream. It's like the way we service our car every month. Your dream is to buy a car, yes, but you have to put it on the road. No matter how new or beautiful it might be, you still have to fuel it. So that is what do to us. And we have so many, what's it called? We have so many uh, people that they have explained what it means to do. And without your dream, you cannot do. I really want us to focus on one thing because of we have a lot of things to talk as regards do, but thank God for our previous speakers. They've spoken a lot about dreams, do, and partly the touch do. We have, I just want to give us about 5 steps to get things done. There will always be fear. And number one thing is you are the one that dreamt. So don't allow anybody to discourage you from from uh, from your dream. Nobody was there when you had that dream. So because nobody was there when you had that dream, definitely people might not keen to your dream. They will not keen to it. So please learn to push to achieve your goal, to achieve your dream. For example, make sure when you have identified your dream and you are taking a step to there, make sure you write down your steps. I might not go follow the slide accordingly because I just want to touch so many things within this short period of time. Make sure you write what you want to do and assign time to them. Most of us, when I want to cook vegetable, for example, I just want to use vegetable as an example. What are the things? So when you get to what are the first thing you are supposed to do? Then after the first thing, what is the second one? What is the third one? What is the fourth one? Most of us we just want to do, and that was why part of the slide, there's a place I put what's it called? I said separate task action from activities. Most of us, most of the time, we just stop at our dream, which is like the action or the task itself. I want to read book. I want to do this presentation. Are you getting it? What are the things that are involved in doing that presentation? Research, gathering materials, time when you are going to sit down and make that presentation. Most of us, we see people have a lot of dreams, but they don't follow through. For example, I remember that somebody like us, we never had mathematics background. I think my GS1, GS2, I think in 3 years, I only had maths teacher for 2 months. GS1, GS2, GS3, automatic promotion from Kogi State then. I think, so seeing a straight line was like the most difficult thing ever. And I had a colleague that went to a science school, Jude, he's a medical doctor now. Each time he's reading, you see him solving mathematics. I don't even know how to go about it. Are you getting it out? But this is what I really want to do. So I had to move. So one of the steps I took was leaving the school I was to another school. And when I got to that school, so it's a way of doing. It's not about this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Are you getting it now? So doing is just a way of what? You executing that your dream. It's not about just painting it, blackmailing yourself, your emotions and all that every time. This is what we do most of the time. So first, what was the action I took? I left that school for another school for me to achieve my dream because I don't want to be somebody behind the scene. And when I go to that school, this SS1, you must offer, what's it called? Further maths, you must offer mathematics and all that. But I don't even have basic things in mathematics. So one of the things I did, which is part of do, was what? Sometimes when we get back to the hostel at night and everybody's sleeping, I will bring my, what's it called? Lantern. How many of you know that old lantern with a glass? I will switch it down, sneak out of the hostel, and go back to the class. I must not be caught. Though one of those days, one of my teachers on supervision saw me. Because that was the only way I could level up. Because I couldn't meet up. Each time they were teaching us in a further maths or maths, I would be looking, sometimes I would be crying because I want to know, but I cannot know. So what will I do? I have to create extra study period for myself. For example, look at the definition on to study, to perform, to execute your dream. So yes, it's as good as it could be for you to dream. At the same time, you must set out steps on how to achieve your goal. And with that, you just realize that you are living at the time. I also want to move everything. Every time you take a step and you are trying to evaluate your dreams, celebrate your success. For example, I told you that I never understood what was a straight line. And a straight line is just distance between 2 points. Now, every time I conquered, there's this fulfillment I had that, I have moved from point A to point B. That alone will trigger you to push ahead. But most of the times we don't. We keep on complaining, hey, I've not covered this. The one you have covered, have you appreciated yourself enough? Are you getting it now? So those are the things I was doing for myself. If you see from the slide, I have about 5 steps. You are taking a step, your action, evaluate, and all that. They are very, very important in doing. If not, you will just remain stagnant. There are sometimes we have challenges. Most of us will just stay there and pause. Sometimes I used to feel discouraged when I see people, my children will continue to learn these things. I feel like sometimes I talk to old people, why don't you push ahead? You don't want to continue. I have somebody recently that she and her first daughter, she had a dream, but she couldn't. They graduated together at the same time because of her involvement. So before I also continue, I also want to add to you that my dream was to be a teacher. Why people were dreaming to become a medical doctor and all that, to be a teacher, because I eventually met a teacher that helped me out. So I made up my mind that my dream is to help people. Now, I was giving biochemistry in my 100 level. After 2 weeks in biochemistry, I applied for change of course. My lecturers called me. Are you sure you can go with math? I told them I can. Now, was it easy? It wasn't. Remember, I had a very poor background, but I had to study more. I gave myself time. I will not go back to once I leave my hostel in the morning, I will not go back till the closed library in the evening. Those were the things. And thank God, Even as at 300 level, I was one of the list of what's it called, bronze medalist in mathematics in Nigeria for university. The one we used to do at Sheda. They called me from JS3 to go. Are you getting it now? So there were a lot of things that could discourage me along the line. But every time I evaluate my dream, what I have done, how will I do it better? I remember I had a bad start in 100 level, but I called myself at 200 level. Do I still want to chase my dream? And before you know, I continue. So please, as many people that are listening to us, always write down how you are going to achieve your dream. It is very, very important. You know, sometimes I've met people that they will tell you, I want to do this, I want to do this. Okay, how? To get the answer is always the problem. How do you want to do so? Because that is when I can help you. It is when you have stated how you want to get things done. Okay, we can restructure the how, but some people don't even have idea on how to start. Like previous speaker said, he said, just take a step, no matter how small it is. And today, I won't lie to you, it's just like when I finished my what's it called? NYC, I was asking myself, what will I do? And I want to be a teacher. I remember my first job was UBA. The HR called me, this boy, you are not serious. People are looking for a job because I did 4 interviews in 4 different states for UBA. And I asked myself, what do I want to do? I want to be a teacher. And the next thing, I had to go to school, ABU Zaria, for professional diploma in education. And glory be to God, I became a teacher. Not just a teacher, because my dream is not just to be a teacher that will impact, because teaching job is one of the easiest to get in Nigeria. But what kind of teacher are you? So at every point in time I have this dream, I make sure I pursue through. They were not easy. They won't be easy, but you need to pursue through. And how I keep on evaluating my dreams every time. I ask myself, are you sure this is what you want to do? How will you do it? And through this teaching, I've been to 1 or 2 countries. And aside that, when FCT was locked down, I was called upon as a regional staff in FCT to rescue during COVID-19. What can we do? Instead of buying, they wanted to buy, content from I don't want to call the name of the company so that they will not look for me and say I spoiled their market. They sat down, the committee, the FCT board members, plus the minister, they sat down. How much are we going to budget? Our student cannot be at home without studying. And somebody told them, the Minister of State, they called me, I entered studio, and glory be to God. After then, from there, UBE brought to FCT, they should give them the best teacher in mathematics. And glory be to God, we started training other teachers. What happened? Because of our time, I cannot tell you, you see from the slide, I cannot tell you exactly as in details on how we got to that level. But every time I was taking action, people will look at you that, is this what you want to do? You know, everybody wants to become a medical doctor, aeronautic engineer, and you want to be a teacher. So it was like difficult to convince people that this is my dream. But I now realize something like what I wrote in my slide. It is your dream. Don't expect people to believe in it. It is only the results that will justify your dream. At the end of the day, everybody is happy and everybody is celebrating. So in learning how to do, make sure you separate your task from your activity. That is one of the takeaways I want us to do with today. Your task must be detailed, must be specific. It is your own. You must write it down. You must follow through. You must evaluate yourself. You must judge yourself. Sometimes you also have people around you that will help you out. But it depends on the kind of dream. Sometimes you might find yourself in an environment when these people will even discourage you from your dreams. So make sure you belong to an environment where you will be appreciated or pushed through with your dream. And glory be to God, gradually, after taking actions, we're able to get to that level. So please, the main thing is separate your action from your activities. It is very, very important. Separate them, write them out accordingly. Some people say they want to go and read. What do you want to go and read? They don't even know. What topic do you want to read? Evaluate yourself. We can see here, tasks, activities, a general set of actions. This is a step-by-step way of executing it. And aside time, then you know that you have achieved your dream or you have not. And even though you have not at one point in time, ask yourself, take SWOT analysis of what you have achieved so far. What were the things that delayed me? Then move ahead. Sometimes you just give up. We have had a lot of people that have given up on their dreams. And even though they have that dream, beautiful, the how to do is the problem. Now, reading is one of the ways to teach you on how to do. It is very, very, very important. Some people, for example, I remembered when I went to South Korea that year, they were the best in PISA exam under OECD countries, the best country in the world for basic education. So I had to ask, how were they able to achieve? I went to their classrooms, their schools. How were they able to achieve it? I started learning their method. It is a how, and that could translate into some of those things we achieve in Nigeria. One of the schools I taught was Nigerian Korea Model School, the first ICT school owned by government in Nigeria. I managed the school for like 7 years, not as managed the ICT and the mathematics department for like 7 years, and I know what we achieved because I sat down, I read how are we going to achieve same thing that Japan, Singapore? How are we going to achieve the same thing in Nigeria Korea Model School? And we sat down, we read through their curriculum, their school operation manuals. So before you can achieve your dream, one of the do is reading, researching, asking questions, link up, belong to so many groups that will help you in that particular dream. You can't say you want to be an aeronautic engineer and you are just you are not trying to have a contact with people that will lift you up. With that, then you might struggle for long, and along the line you might get discouraged. So please, whoever that is listening to me, I urge myself and even professionals in anything you do. For example, what I'm doing in Canada now, I never knew I could ever do it. Like somebody told me that I might get sacked even in 3 months. And I won't lie to you, I have spent 15 months. Yes, I have spent 15 months on this job. And now I even train people. Are you getting it now? So these are the things. So because of what? I sat down, I wrote them down. This is what I want to do. When am I going to do them? How am I going to achieve them? And every time I evaluate what I have done, the one that I've done right, I praise myself. Sometimes we don't praise ourselves. We focus on the negative things we have not, the negative side of it, which at the end of the day might delay. So before I wrap up this, I want to go over that again. Make sure you focus on activities rather than the task itself. I'm not saying you should forget your task. Focus on what? The activities. They are very, very important. At the end of the day, with the activities, we know the one you have achieved, you know the one you have not achieved, then you can go over them. And sometimes you don't even need anybody to tell you that you have failed in achieving your dreams. Because if you each time you go over to your activities, I have not done this, I have done this. That doesn't mean you're going to judge yourself, but at least it will trigger you to go back to what you have done. I think with this, it will be very easy for you to achieve your dream. And even if you don't achieve as at when you plan to achieve, you will not give up. I think thank you very much for this presentation and this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Falabi, for sharing practical examples on how you've done so many things and how you differentiated between tasks and activities. That's a new one for me, though. I'm learning from that. how we differentiate, or just doing so many things and then carry out the tasks that actually leads to the goal we've set to achieve. So we appreciate you so much for sharing practical examples with us, and then the steps and the process of doing. Thank you so much. I would, as we take questions and answers, I would invite again the speakers to come wrap up or tell us one or two things they would like to share with everyone as we gather the questions. But from the questions I see and the questions that the host has gone through, it feels like most of those things have been answered by the speakers. So, but we'll also invite the speakers again to come up to, tell us something, one or two things again. So, Mrs. Onosanya, we are inviting you again to wrap up some of the things you have said earlier. And for some other people that are in the studio, if you would like to share some thoughts with us, we are willing to listen to you. We see you. And we want to hear one or two things from you if you are able to join us to speak with us. Yeah. Over to you, Mrs. Onosanya.
Okay, thank you very much. I learned a lot from this topic, dreams here, and thanks to Mr. Ahmed too. Will I say a lot have been said. So all I would just say is define your dream. And one thing I see that was consistent with um the the speakers is writing that dream down. Write that dream down. When you write it down, then you know what to do. So what I can say is identify your dream. When you identify the dream, nobody is going to cajole you or try to change when you know what you want to do. Like I said, like before I gained admission to the university, I knew I wanted to study mathematics. And everybody were like, "Oh, want to do pharmacy?" I said no. Want to do medicine? I said no. Can you try computer engineering? I remember my dad. My dad said, "Should I do? I should do computer engineering." I said no. I wanted to do mathematics. And at the end of the day, everybody were like, "Oh, they aligned with my dream." They were happy when they saw the effects. And um, me being part of the school board, and mathematics is one thing that is very important in school. So like, it's good on you read maths. So we should be sure, define your dream, write it down, then achieve it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Onosanya, for sharing that with us. For me, I would like to say dear, because just like she said, you have an idea, you have something you want to do, you need to take that step. You just need to take that step. Because without taking the step, it just continues to become a dream without trying to dare it, or it would always remain a dream. So remember to always take that step. Take the step. Look for people to motivate you to take the step. And in fact, by yourself, motivate yourself. Dare to be happy. Dare to be motivated. Dare to be encouraged. Dare to love others and be loved. Dare to be kind. Dare to accept others. Dare to also accept your situation and then think of how to work on improving your situation, learn from mistakes, and move forward. Dare to let go, dare to try again if you need to. Those are the words I would like to share with us again. And Mr. Falabi, over to you before we wrap up this.
Yeah, thank you very much. Uh, Another thing I want to just add is let's learn to expand our dreams once we achieve the first stage. We should not just stay there. We are now in a globalized world. Let's learn to be an international dreamer achievers. For example, some of us were licensed in Nigeria to become a teacher. Coming to Canada, you cannot you cannot teach without license. Are you getting it now? So all those my 10 years, 15 years, everything. I remember that I came to Canada, I was looking for a job. I had this confidence that okay, South Korea, I studied in so university in South Korea, University of Education and all that. I applied. They told me they said they were going to the school board here in Ontario, Thames Valley. They said, oh, they were very happy with my CV. Okay, please, do you have your Ontario license code? If you have, we are going to create a portfolio for you. Unqualified, uncertified temporary teacher. When I look at it, I was shocked. Despite everything I thought I've done in Nigeria, are you getting it now? Even in South Korea and all that, despite all those things, and they want to like unqualified, uncertified, and all that. So I have to start like I'm starting again, getting my transcripts. Are you getting it now? Where I'm on the process of still achieving that. I'm waiting for their responses. You have to write exam. Like I'm a mathematician. I have to write mathematics proficiency test. It's funny, but that is it. I also want to, no matter what, using it or not using it, I also want to be licensed here, and as many places that could be licensed. Are you getting it now? So, a boy that had issues with going to school, now, as I'm here, I'm also reading about Japan, they are teaching and all that. So please, even if you have achieved your dream, you know how you've achieved your dream, the same steps you use as you're expanding your dream, just expand out too. And at the end of the day, happiness will come. Happiness will come. And that's what I can add. Finally, remember, for some of us in mathematics and epidemiology, that's my field. I'm also undergoing my PhD, University of Ilorin. After you have formed your first equation like that, second one, you can just put one parameter, expand, just put one parameter, put one constraint and all that. The same fundamental equation is when you're expanding, applying one method or the other. So till the day we see our God, let us not give up on our dream and how we achieve our dreams. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, all the speakers. We appreciate you for sharing your personal experiences. We appreciate you for, inspiring us, for telling us about some of these things, and for reminding us that we should not remain a local dreamer. Permits me to say that. Do not remain a local dreamer. Do not remain a local darer. Do not remain a local doer. Become a global dreamer, a global darer, a global doer. So with this, we're going to wrap up the session for today on Dream Dare Do. Remember, you can reach out to the Instagram account at _Dear Students. It's at _Dear Students. You can reach out to that Instagram account for if you would like to come on this program to discuss with us. I know the organizers, they are working on having a new theme for the upcoming year. So you can reach out to them. If there's something you would like to discuss, you can reach out, and then you will be invited to speak with us or to share with us, or for whatever program you will need assistance with. We are willing and ready to support. So thank you so much for being a part of this program, and hope to see you in the next session that we have. God bless.